What up, YouTube fam? It's been a while. Anyways, what up and welcome back to my channel. I am Misha and this is Vibing with Misha. So today is actually Christmas Eve. It is December 24th, Friday. I'm home. As you can see, my face is done, but here's the kicker. I'm not going anywhere. But yes, I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to do my face because I was actually testing out a new foundation, which is the reason why I'm doing a video today. So, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are constantly trying to figure out what's good for them, what's not good for them. You know, whether to go the high-end product or the low-end drugstore product. You know, it's very confusing when you constantly have all these advertisements and one is telling you, oh, you know, this is the best because it's like 30 hours, blah, 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 blah. But then when you actually get it and you look at the ingredients inside the product, you're like, fuck, what did I do? You know, you're like, oh, this has this that can cause me an allergic reaction. This cause, you know, I might have this acid or this. So many things that when you read the ingredients, you're like, Google, what is this? It's very confusing. So I wanted to kind of come on here and share a little bit of that journey and frustration that I've had with foundations throughout the years, because it took me a long time to find the right foundation for me that wasn't causing me to have any breakouts, that didn't give me any of that cakiness feel, and it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. Now, in the past, I've tried liquid foundations. I've tried the Lancome. I've tried Christian Dior. I've tried Urban Decay. I've tried so many different types of liquid foundations. Those are just a few to kind of throw out the names I can think of the top of my head. And don't get me wrong, they are amazing products. They're very good, high quality products. The foundation in itself is not thick, like where it feels like clay, but it's a good consistency, okay? The problem is this. I have very sensitive skin. I've always had very sensitive skin, even when I was young. I think my mom has spent hundreds of dollars on trying to find the right facial moisturizer for me while I was a kid going through my teenage years, trying to figure out everything with acne and everything else. So I learned the hard way after I've had like a few burning products, or after my skin burned a few times as I was younger, that it's just best to be very careful when I want to try something new. So when I did start wearing makeup full time, which wasn't until my late 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, give or take, because that's when I started actually watching videos on how to do makeup looks, how to apply foundation, how to do concealer. And not only that, but sometimes I would also ask my cousin. Now, my cousin Kelly, she is a huge makeup aficionado. That girl's been doing her makeup since high school. Like, she can do an eyeliner on point and everything. Me, I need to put tape right here and do it. Yes, okay. I have my little hacks so I can do my eyeliner and stuff, because me do it freehand. It's not happening. It's not happening. So, to kind of start off the whole thing with foundation, after that, I tried those liquid foundations and I saw that it was breaking up my skin really bad, causing really bad acne, getting rashes primarily down here in this area and also right here in this area and also my T-zone. I just stopped using liquid foundations in general. Then I started hearing that you can also get the same foundation, but in a powder form. Now, a lot of the high-end foundations do not have a powder form. It's just liquid, and that's it. There is no powder substitute for that. So I decided to try out drugstore brands. Now, believe it or not, I've had better results with drugstore brands than the high end. And I know there's a lot of people that have had that same experience, and then other people that's just like, I can't deal with it, and they stick with the high end product. Great. If it worked out for you, awesome. If it didn't work out for you, here is a quick little hack, or here is my help that I'm extending to you guys. So, when I did start with powder foundation, I I did not go to Ulta or Sephora to try and figure out what's my right color. I just went directly to Walmart and sat there looking at all these different products, you know, looking at all the powder foundations that they had. And with my phone, I would just Google it, see what the reviews are, look at the pros and cons, and then make my decision from there. So the first one that I actually started with was the L'Oreal True Match. Now, here it is. This is the powder one. Let me see if you can, there we go. So that is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. Okay, now it's pretty much gone. Sorry about that. But when I tried this, I was like, this is amazing. This is awesome. You know, this was very, very close to my skin complexion, which is one of the things that was also really hard for me to find, being that I do have an issue with my skin that you can kind of see it even through the foundation. So I've always had that issue, especially after my skin got burned a couple of times with different products in the past. So I just kind of made one with it, made peace with it, and I accepted that I'm always going to have, you know, these weird little things on my cheeks, and it is what it is. So I tried this. This worked out great. It was awesome. The cons to this, however, is that after an hour, it was like coming off. You would rub your eye, or even if you would like touch any little thing, it didn't matter how much setting spray I applied or how much finishing powder I would apply so it can actually stay there firm in its place for a good 16 to 14 hours. I would go like this and it was coming off, and it was horrible. It was horrible because back then I was working as a medical assistant, and with my scrubs I would a lot of times go like this or go like this because I wear contacts, and then clean it on my scrubs, and then you would see like all these weird little skin color patches on my scrubs, and to get it off the fabric is not all that easy. So I decided to change this for this. Now, this is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible. This is actually the first infallible powder foundation that came out. So this is just the Infallible Pro Matte. This is a 16-hour powder. I still use this once in a while if I'm not doing anything big. If I'm just going to do like a quick little look that's only going to last me for like about 2 or 3 hours, then this is the powder that I use. Why? Because I've actually had this on my skin for longer than 5 hours, and it did start caking really bad, which is weird because I've never experienced that with a powder foundation until I got this one. So my skin did start caking really, really bad after a while. And you can see like the powder, the little grains of the powder on my skin. I don't like that. It's very annoying when you're looking in the mirror or going close like this. Sorry for the close up. And you see like these weird little dots. And when you touch it, it's the powder. It's literally the powder coming off because your skin has become so oily and everything that it's a pain. So I've tried the blotching strips or the blotching napkins that you get to kind of dry the excess oil that I would have. Wasn't working. So, of course, Infallible, L'Oreal came out with the new one, the 24-hour wear. So this is the Infallible 24-hour. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty good. Not too happy with it at all. Not happy with this at all. So it does say that it's a full matte coverage, waterproof foundation and powder. The full coverage, yes. Waterproof, no. Not at all. So because the whole thing started with COVID, and that's when I started using this powder foundation, is around the time when COVID came out, I was constantly washing my hands. And even though after you dry your hands, there's still a little bit of that excess water that stays on your fingers or even on the bottom of your nails. And sometimes I would just, kind of just go like that or put a towel on my face just to kind of dry my face from sweating and all of that, because I was wearing so many layers and then the mask and all of that. And the moment the wet paper towel would touch my face, that was the end of it. That was literally the end of it. Like, it would touch it. I wouldn't even scrub, move, nothing. It would just touch my skin. Take it off and you see a blotch of makeup missing. It was not working out for me at all. And it's just, I was not happy with it. Like 100%. I was very, very upset. For the amount of money that I paid for this little compact foundation, I expected something way more better. This compact foundation in itself is like about almost $16. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still doable compared to when you go to Ulta and Sephora, but if I'm gonna pay $16 for a goddamn foundation, this thing better definitely be waterproof, especially if you're gonna advertise that it's waterproof. So I was not happy, just to say the least. Was not happy at all. So one day, I had like a little gift card for Sephora. I forgot what holiday was it. I decided to go to Sephora. No, not Sephora, Ulta. I'm sorry, Ulta. And looking around, I'm like, I really want a good powder foundation. I'm not gonna go back to liquid. I really need a good powder foundation. So I went to the aisle where they had all the powder foundations. You know, all the, I guess, drugstore brand foundations, because they do sell a couple of those there in the store. And talking to the girl, she introduced me to this. This is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation. Okay. I love this. I so love this. A little bit of product goes a long way. That is the one thing I do love about this. Now, with all the other products that I've had, I've always had to kind of like constantly put my foundation brush in there to kind of, you know, put it all on and everything. And I felt like I was using a lot of product just to give me a nice simple look. Not this. A little bit of product, literally a little bit, and it gives you a nice coverage. So just to kind of show you. Okay. Like, look at that. Look at that. I love that. I love that. It's so good. It's so, so good. And I'm just rubbing it into the rest of my hand. And look at that. So that little bit, that little dab that I had on my finger that I placed here, that I now rubbed into the rest of the back of my hand. Look at that. So yes, a little bit goes a long way when it comes to this powder foundation. And that's great. This powder foundation roughly goes about $13. If you get it at Walmart, however, Walmart has it, I think it's for like $10 or $9. Sometimes they'll have it on sale for $8, give or take. The problem that I started having with this damn foundation, okay, was that apparently everyone in their right mother was the same freaking tone as me. This is the 220 Natural Beige. Okay. As you can see, I've only used it to that point, and I don't really want to use it anymore because I don't want it to finish, because I've tried going everywhere looking for my color and I can't find it. No matter where I go, it's always sold out. Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS, everywhere I go, it's freaking sold out, which is very frustrating. Okay, when you finally found a powder foundation that works for you, that's doing an amazing job for you, and then to not be able to find it, it's a headache. You cry a lot. So as I was stating, it's really hard when you finally find a product that fits you perfect, and then you can't find your damn shade anywhere because it's sold out. So after doing further research, it was obvious to me, with all the research that I've done, that the next best thing to that powder foundation would be to get the liquid foundation. You understand my frustration, right? Having to go from powder foundation all the way now back to liquid foundation, and then still running the chance of breaking out horribly, because I don't know how my skin is going to react to that liquid foundation. But did a lot of research, looked at a lot of reviews in regards to people with very sensitive skin using the liquid foundation from Maybelline, and it had really, really good positive reviews. So taking all of that into consideration, I decided to order the liquid foundation from Amazon, because again, couldn't find my shade at anywhere else, so I had to do it through Amazon. Now, I got in the liquid foundation. Here it is. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Active Wear. This is actually good for 30 hours. Now, this on Amazon, I believe, was about $16, $18, give or take, something like that. And it's the same shade as my powder foundation, color 220, okay, which is natural beige. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing it right now. And I gotta say, I'm very impressed. There is no heavy feeling on the face. It actually feels like I have nothing at all on my skin, just my moisturizer and my primer. It's not doing that cakey feeling. Although this, from what you see, is just because my skin, I do have large pores, and the highlight does kind of bring that out a lot. But other than that, I mean, there's just no cakiness. And then I'm going like this to see if maybe I'll get like a blotch off or something, and nothing. And then look. So it barely comes off, which is an amazing thing. It does come off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that. It does come off slightly a little bit. But I mean, compared to all my other powder foundations and liquid stuff, I mean, this is amazing. And I still haven't even put on the setting spray or my finishing powder. This is just my face by itself. I know that probably once I put on the setting spray, it'll make it sit a little bit more, and then I won't look like this. But I mean, for liquid foundation, I'm very impressed and I'm very happy. However, we are going to see how my skin reacts to it, because right now I don't have any breakouts. Right now I don't have any reactions. I don't feel any burning sensation on my skin, nothing like that, which is good. It's all right. It's okay. But a lot of times my skin doesn't react until after I take off the product. So later on today, I will be using my new charcoal bubbly cleansing pads. Okay. I will be using this to take off my makeup, and then I'm going to see exactly how my skin reacts to it. If I feel any burning sensation, if I break out or anything like that. But I mean, so far I'm liking it. I really am liking it. And I feel good. I like it. FYI, this entire makeup look was just done with stuff that I got from the drugstore. So the eyeshadow, this is the Wet n Wild multicolor stick. Okay. Of course, the foundation. I don't have any concealer on because my little bags, they're not pronounced as much. But my brow pencil is from e.l.f. Okay, the only thing that I did not get at the drugstore that I got from Hot Topic was the bottom shadow that I use from my Lilo and Stitch pad. It's actually color 626. But other than that, I mean, this is all drugstore. This is all drugstore products. And then the eyeliner, it's just a simple eyeliner that if I can find it, I would probably show it to you. Here it goes. This is, I think, Wet n Wild. Oh no, this is Rimmel London. Yes, Rimmel London. And this is the Blackest Black, which is 262. And that's the eyeliner right there. And this is how my face looks. So, I mean, if you have any questions or concerns, or if you want to know more about the research that I did do in regards to the foundations and finding the right one for my skin, please leave me a comment on my video at the bottom, or you can always send me a private little message if you don't want it to be put out there for everyone to see. You could send me also a private message. But if you want to see more videos like this where I'm sharing kind of my what's the word I'm looking for? God, I can't even think. My story. We're just gonna go with that. If you want to hear more about my story and how I tried figuring out certain products for my skin, also let me know at the bottom in the comments. Please like and subscribe the video. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, just go ahead and click that little plus sign and subscribe. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this was going to be a really quick video. I just wanted to discuss my journey. There you go. That's the word. My journey of what I've been dealing with in regards to foundation and finding the right foundation. I know this is something that every girl kind of deals with, and it's frustrating to find the right tone or even the right product, because you don't know whether you want to go with a glossy finish, a matte finish, or if skin is going to react horribly to that. Because what if you have oily skin and you get a matte product? It's just not gonna react well. So these are things that I had to kind of take into consideration and do my research on. But as you can see, the end result is not so bad. And I didn't break the bank, which is the most amazing thing ever. I did not break the bank in regards to finding a good foundation. Now, as I stated before, disclaimer, no hate on any of the foundations, the high-end products. High-end products are amazing. They're great. Okay, especially for certain things. Like there was an eyeliner that I had from Marc Jacobs that was amazing. However, it got to the point where I couldn't buy it because it was just costing me a little bit too much. So I stopped using it, and then I started finding a drugstore substitute. So that's the only problem when you go with the high-end product, is that when it gets to that point that you're not able to fully afford it twice, 3 times, or 4 times in a month, you start looking for a substitute in a drugstore product. My best advice to you, find first your drugstore product. Make sure that it's not something that's going to break the bank for you. And then once you have that set in hand, then go ahead and give yourself that little luxury. Go to Sephora, go to Ulta, let them know that you want to find a good dewy foundation, not dewy, but a nice matte foundation, glossy finish, matte finish, whatever it is that you want. And then when you have that nice high-end foundation, you can only use it once in a while, like for big events that you might have, or if you're having a date with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or if you're just going out with friends, but that's just my advice to you guys. But I hope you like this video, and I hope you want to hear more. I did get into makeup later in my age because I really didn't have enough time to kind of do makeup a lot, and my mom doesn't use makeup at all. So it was really hard to kind of branch out of the whole natural look and then go into exploring my artistic side with makeup and wanting to do what I want to do, showing off the colors and everything with my skin, and just trying to put myself out there with makeup in general, but learning it step by step. But like I said, if you want to know more, if you want to see more videos like this one where I discuss my journey in regards to makeup stuff or anything else, please leave me a comment right at the bottom, and then just hit that plus sign and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Please have a blessed day. Enjoy your Christmas Eve, as today is December 24th. Enjoy it with your family, friends, loved ones, your little fur babies. Just have fun. Mwah. Bye, guys.